Welcome to Massage Chair Relief Live, the podcast designed to educate, inform, discuss, and critique the relatively new massage chair industry. Join your host, Dr. Alan Widener, to become a massage chair expert and avoid multiple pain points in your search for the perfect massage chair.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and I welcome you to our monthly massage chair industry update for Monday, July 20th, 2026. Thank you so much for joining me today. Of course, summertime is typically a slower season in the massage chair industry. People are outside working in their yards, going on vacation, doing kids' sports, whatever it takes to enjoy until the winter comes again. Of course, I'm not talking about the southern states where the weather is beautiful all year round, but I'm talking about Utah and anything north and east of us. But anyways, needless to say, the summer months are typically a little bit slower, but we also have an opportunity to see some new models coming out and whatnot. So anyways, welcome to this month's broadcast. I will start off first of all by saying that we opened our new Utah store. We moved from our old store, and I don't know if you know our story there, but I started this business in 2005 as a website while I was still a practicing chiropractor, and I wasn't doing great as a chiropractic businessman. I've always thought of myself as a good chiropractic technician and a clinician, but I couldn't. I was doing the massage chairs on the side to try to make a little extra money to help pay the bills. And of course, the massage chair business became a much bigger growing concern for me. So I sold my chiropractic office and opened a little shop just in the same strip mall. And the rent was so cheap; it was like $700 a month, and it was an old. It had been a smoke shop before, and so it was kind of small, a little narrow, but that's where we set up shop back. And that was in 2005 was when I started the business, and we did it online. And then when I sold my clinic in 2008, then we opened that store. And I've been in that store since 2008, a lot of years, but it was always too small, and it was outdated. By the time we moved out of it, it was obvious that it was built in 2008, and so we moved to a bigger location. It's now this stores are the biggest of our four. We also have one in Southern California, Arizona, and Northern California, and it's kind of nice to have a new showroom, and it's very easy to access off of the I-15. Coming through, Salt Lake City and through the Utah County and Davis County and Salt Lake County, very easy access right off the freeway, and it's a great location. Plus, and I'm not complaining; it's about 5 minutes from where I live, which is really nice. But anyways, we do have our new location. So if you're in Utah for any reason, whether you live here or you're visiting here, going skiing here, please come visit us. We'd love to have you come to the showroom to try out the chairs. And as you know, I'm a big proponent of people trying out chairs before they buy them, because there's so many other chairs out in the market that are advertised solely online, and you really don't know what you're getting until you get it. And then you've got to deal with return policies and the cost of returns and all that stuff if you're unhappy with the chair, or you just suck it up and live with whatever you've bought and just try to make do with it. But trying out the chair is the best way to go. Now, of course, we still have returns, even with people who try out chairs in our showroom. But your chance of returning is greatly reduced. Okay, so that's the Utah store. I also wanted to mention I'm going to the Las Vegas furniture market is that next week on the 28th and 26th, 28th and 29th. I'll be driving down from Salt Lake, and going to spend a day or two with some of our suppliers like Cozy, Osaki, and Infinity. And I'm really looking forward to that. I know there's going to be, I've been told there's some new models coming out from some of these companies, and I'm eager to see what they've got. The furniture market, if you've never heard of it, is a place where distributors of furniture go and have, display their wares in their booths. And when I say booths, I mean like big showrooms for the most part. And there's 3 huge buildings there. And I've gone every year. I missed last year, but I've gone every year to kind of visit with my suppliers and also to check out what's going on. And it's quite an amazing place, but it's not for just the everyday consumer. It's for retailers and buyers who are bringing product in for their stores or for their networks. But I'm looking forward to go, and I'm going to bring my video or at least maybe not my video camera. I've downsized to a small camera that I can use, and it picks up the sound great, and the audio and the video is great. And I use that on a lot of my social media reels if you watch those. And I'll bring that, and I'll get some video footage of what's cooking, what's coming down the line. I know one thing that's coming down the line is an upgrade to the Quantum. It'll have an infrared light heat, and light, which will be, it's kind of a new thing in our industry. So we'll see that. And I know Fuji Ryoki's got some new chairs. I know that Osaki's got some new models. So I'll go see what I can get, and I'll share that with you on the next industry update. And of course, if you want to reach out to us, you can reach out through phone or email or through chat, and we can update you with what's new. But that's going to be on the whole furniture market is July 26th to the 30th. I'll be there the Tuesday and Wednesday. I think that's the 28th and the 29th, and I'll let you know what I find out. By the way, it's pretty hot in Las Vegas. It's hot here. I think we hit 106 degrees, but no matter how hot it is here in Salt Lake, directly south of us, about 5 hours is Las Vegas, and that's very hot there. And it'll be interesting to see how I hold up. But being a boy from Canada, growing up in Canada, I love the heat. I don't like the cold, but sometimes even the heat can be excessive, and it's something you kind of get used to. But it's still, there's some days when it hits 100. For us, there's like when it hits 100, there is something different about the 3-digit temperature. And so when you go to Vegas in the summer, or Mesa, or where one of our stores is, it's sometimes uncomfortably hot. But anyways, that's just my experience. So, all right. And another thing I want to talk a little bit about is the Luraco. And I made mention of this last month, I believe, where I talked about if you're buying if you buy a Luraco massage chair and you plan on moving it to a different location outside of your own home, like another house, another apartment, to another state, you need to contact Luraco and let them know that you're going to be moving the chair, and they're going to ask you for certain documentation like pictures, descriptions of what the chair is like, what's if any problems you have with the chair, and then you're going to need to do the same when you get to your destination. So they're doing this to make sure that the chairs are moved properly, and that they're not being abused, and that because their chairs they have a pretty elaborate computer system with their chair, and the remote control is in and of itself a computer. And with that much electronic input and innovation, sometimes things can go wrong if the chair gets beat up a little bit in transport. So Luraco wants to make sure that you move it properly, that you take certain precautions before moving it, and that you make sure that they are aware of what's happened, if anything's happened to it after the move. So anyways, that was last month. This month, they have officially outlined 3 types of deliveries that they do. And number one is the curbside, or what they call drop shipping. Curbside delivery, where they bring the chair to your property and they put it on a pallet jack. Like the chairs come on a pallet, and they have a pallet jack, which is like a miniature forklift that's manually operated. And they take it off the lift gate. They take it off the truck, down, lower the lift gate, take it off with this pallet jack, and then they'll bring it as far as they can on your property before it's obstructed, whether it's by grass or dirt or gravel, or a change in height or elevation, like a stair or too significant of a climb. They will drop it off there, and then you're responsible for bringing it into your home and getting in the room you want, and then setting it up. Well, Then there's white glove delivery. White glove delivery, and by the way, curbside and white glove is common with all massage chair companies. White glove delivery is where the shipping company will come to your home, take it off the lift gate or off the truck, bring it up to your house, and bring it in your home and to the room that you want, and unpack it and assemble it. And that's called white glove delivery. The same team that's bringing your chair to your home will also bring it into the room that you want and assemble it. But now they've got a room of choice delivery, and this is an option they've been introducing on and off for the last few months, but there's been some confusion with it, and I'm here to kind of allay those concerns and explain this a little bit more to the customer. So when you're buying a Luraco chair, you're aware of what the options are. So you can get drop shipping or curbside delivery. You can get the white glove delivery, in-home delivery and setup, or you can do the room of choice delivery, which is they have the delivery team bring the chair to your home and bring it to the room that you want, and then they leave it. And then Luraco will send out a technician a day or two later. I don't know exactly what the time frame is. I'm sure that time frame varies from state to state and location to location. Excuse me. But what they do then is they contact a technician who will come and do the assembly of your chair. And so you have those choices when you buy a Luraco chair. So if you're buying a Luraco chair, when you buy it from us, of course, if it's local, we have our own delivery teams and we do all the deliveries. But if we sell a chair to someone out of state, or if you're buying a chair and you're not buying it from a local agent, like a local retailer like us, you need to know about these delivery options. And if the retailer doesn't know about them, you tell them to find out about them, because this is a big deal. And it will, and then you will have the choice. If you want to have the chair delivered in your home, you'll have the choice of having the delivery team assemble it, or a third-party technician come in and assemble it for you. But those are interesting options, and I've never seen that done before. I've heard of threshold delivery, which some of the companies like Human Touch will do, where they will bring the chair not just curbside, but they'll bring it through past the threshold of your home. So basically through a front door or a back door. And but the white glove delivery is usually more expensive, and especially if it's not a fixed white glove. For example, Osaki has a fixed $275 white glove fee. Infinity has a fixed $350 white glove fee. Other companies like Luraco, they get quotes based on the order and where it's going. And so they will get white glove delivery quotes for every order. And then you pick which one you want. But make sure you understand that, because there's been some confusion. People not exactly sure, like they've had chairs dropped off and the delivery company says, oh, we don't assemble, we just drop off. And the customers, what? I asked for white glove delivery. And then then the complaint gets back to Luraco. Luraco explains to them that they're getting a technician coming to do it. And if the retailer doesn't explain it to you and pick one for you, Luraco will pick one for you when it comes to in-home delivery and setup. So that it's important for you to know that. So I thought I'd share that. That's good to know if you're considering getting a Luraco massage chair. Okay, we're seeing a significant shift in shipping costs. Now, I know that gas has gone up in price, and we expect this to happen. This happened also back in the beginning of COVID. I remember the shipping costs went up, but the shipping costs went up not just for increase in gas prices, but also because more people were shopping online, more stuff was being shipped to their home, and there was a shortage of truck drivers and delivery avenues, and so the cost of shipping went up. Well, we're seeing it go up again, and it's, for me, from what I see and the bills I pay, it's a significant increase. For example, we used to be able to ship a chair from maybe our showroom in Salt Lake City or Arizona to a buyer in Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina, or Texas, or somewhere on the East Coast. And we're seeing those prices jump from like $500 a shipment to $500 or $600 up to $800 a shipment. We just had one lady that ordered a chair from us. It was one of our floor models, I'm going to talk about our floor models in just a moment. But it was one of our floor models that we had for sale. And the chair was like, I think we were selling it for $29.99. By the way, we sell a lot of our floor models and return chairs for very, very discounted prices. And I'll talk about that in a moment. But anyways, the shipping for that chair, which is a moderate chair, it's not like a 600-pound chair, or it's like a 300 to 400-pound chair, which is the average, for the most part, the average weight of a massage chair. Well, this one was going to cost $830. And like, I was dumbfounded when I saw the quote. We're not used to paying that. And that was to New York City. So we'd expect maybe to pay $600 in the old days. When I say the old days, I mean before the gas started going up in price. But be aware that if you're going to if you're going to ship a chair, and this also has to do with if you're selling your chair personally. Let's say you're selling it on Facebook Marketplace, and someone from out of state wants to buy it, and you've got to ship it to them. Don't forget, you got to deal with the shipping in those situations, and it can get expensive anyways. But it's even more expensive now with the price of gas up, and maybe. You know that I have some issues with some of the shipping companies based on our experience with them. Maybe they're gouging a little bit. I don't know. I don't have any documentation for that. But for the cost of shipping to go up $300, $300 to $400 on a cross country delivery is kind of mind boggling. So if we were paying $500 before and it's $800 or $900 now, we're looking at what's that, like a 60-70% increase. Actually, so no, sorry, that's like a 30 to 40% increase, and maybe gas has increased 30 to 40%. I don't know. I've not tracked it, but just know that it's expensive to ship. And for the companies that are doing the shipping for us, like for brand new chairs, like the distributors, their costs are going up too. So that may roll over into cost increases for the chairs themselves. But anyways, and of course, the tariff thing is kind of settled down. We don't hear a lot about tariffs anymore. I understand that it's probably, for the most part in our industry, about 10%. And the factories decrease their costs to help offset it. The distributor who imports a chair offsets or eats some of that. And then the retailers eat a little bit of it too. But it ends up not being a big jump in price for the consumer. But so we don't hear much about that anymore. And anyways, media kind of jumps from crisis to crisis, and the tariffs were a bit of a crisis, I'll admit. The gas is a bit of a crisis, I'll admit. So we're hearing all about that kind of stuff now, and the shipping costs have gone up. That's concrete. It doesn't have anything to do with tariffs. Doesn't have anything to do with the source of our chairs. It has everything to do with the domestic cost of gas. And I suspect labor as well. Okay. Now, I was telling about when we sell pre-owned chairs, we sell most of our pre-owned chairs out of our Southern California showroom, because we have the containers are readily available. The boxes, the packaging material are readily available, because our delivery team does a lot of deliveries for massage chair companies, not just for us, but for other companies. And they constantly have boxes that they have to get rid of. And we just ask for a box if we sell one of our floor models, and we can ship our chairs anywhere around the country. And so right now we have our summer sales clearance sale. That was redundant. Our summer clearance sale for a lot of our floor models and our return chairs. And we just added 5 or so. I think we added 6, and we sold one. But we have 5 new chairs, and they're very, very, very low price. For example, a Grand Duo, which is I think a $12,999 chair. You can sometimes get those at Costco for like $8,700 or $8,800. This one is just a few months old, and we're selling it for $59.99. The same with our Osaki flagship chair, same pricing, same retail price, and same clearance price. Anyways, you can go take a look at it if you want to. We got a Sinca JP3000, a Japanese chair, for I think $29.99, and I think it retails for around $8. So anyways, there's some great deals. through Massage Chair Leaf right now. And if you want to know what each store might have available for floor models, you can call the stores individually and find out, what have you got that you're selling that pre-owned or floor models if you got for sale, and our managers will gladly tell you. But for shipping around the country, the ones on our Southern California store, but you can go to our pre-owned directory, but those are mostly the Southern California chairs. We can ship those all over the country, so that's good to know. And by the way, we are seeing, and I talked about this a number of times over the last couple of years. There's been a bit of a shift in pricing as well in massage chairs. The chair prices continue to go up, and they're still going up. Like the Decor is coming out with a Decor 2 Plus or something like that, and that chair is going to retail for I think they're adding a dual roller mechanism to the Decor 2's chair, so it's going to be the Decor 2 Plus, and the prices do continue to go up on the premium chairs. And but we're also seeing, it's almost like the chairs all started going up. Even the cheaper chairs went up. And then I think some online marketers became wise to that, and they started bringing in chairs from smaller factories, cheaper factories, cheaper product, but cheaper made products, but priced in the $1,500 to $3,000 price range. And that became quite appealing online to people who are shopping for massage chairs. Of course, these chairs are not built as well as the higher end ones. There is a difference. It's not like it's not like you've got a Rolls Royce and another Rolls Royce, and they're priced at $3,000 and $20,000. It's like you've got you've got a Rolls Royce and you've got maybe a Yugo. I don't even know if you remember those chairs, but there's definitely a difference in the build, right? A difference in the quality of the chair. And but that's and as I've always said, it brings people into the market. You might have to start with a $2,800 chair, and it'll do you fine. But it may not last that long, and you may have some breakdown issues, and you may have trouble getting support from the company you bought it from. But there became more and more of these $1,500 to $3,000 chair options, and that was appealing to a lot of the buyers. And so what the result of that was that I'm seeing is that companies like Infinity and Osaki and Kozia came out with less expensive chairs. Again, they're not going to be like if you buy a what's a good example? If you buy an Infinity Zanara, which is a $29.99 chair, and Infinity makes good chairs, and they import them from good factories, but it's not going to compete with the Infinity Circadian or Luminary. The build is different, the technology is different, the size is different, but you're still going to get a decent chair for the money. And you're going to get a warranty. That's another thing. A lot of the online dealers don't offer great warranties. As a matter of fact, whenever I see a new chair that's being propagated on social media, I go to the website and I check to see two things. What's their return policy and what is their warranty? And I am sorely disappointed in some of their return policies and their warranties. But at least these companies, these Osakis and Infinities and Human Touch and Daiwas, they have they have a good warranty. Maybe 1 year labor, 3 years parts. Some have 3 years labor, 3 years parts. Some have 3 years labor, 5 years parts. But they do have a warranty, and that is and they have a name and a reputation to uphold. So they are quick, maybe not always quick, but they are sure to get your chair taken care of. And we kind of nag them about it too if they don't get it done in timely fashion. But that's kind of what's been going on with the industry. And so you're going to see more of these $2,000 and $3,000 chairs coming out. I would say for a good quality chair, like an Infinity or a quality, Osaki or some of these name brand chairs, you're going to get a better quality chair. And a better warranty, and et cetera, et cetera. So anyways, but if you want a good used chair, and by the way, the used chair may or may not have remaining factory warranty, but you'll always get covered by our lifetime labor warranty. And even on our used chairs. Yeah, that's right. So the lifetime labor warranty will cover the cost of the technician to do the repair of your chair for as long as you own the chair. You'll have to get the parts if it's out of parts warranty, but for the labor, we will cover that for you as long as you own the chair. All right. Well, I think I've taken up enough of your time, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please feel free to thumbs up, like us on our YouTube channel, and help us spread the word about massage chairs by sharing this video or any of our videos with your friends and family. Now that we've moved to the new Utah store, we started recording more videos again of new chair products, and so we'll have some videos coming out soon with the Cosia Quantum, the Cosia Zen Duo, the Cosia Fusion Pro. The Supernova X. I think we already do have some Supernova X, but Supernova 3.0 from Human Touch. So we're going to be having more and more videos over the next number of months. And I have slacked on that because our Utah showroom was so tight. We couldn't even see what the chair looked like because they were so tight. We couldn't get the camera in there to get a good look at what the chair looked like. And we had space issues, but now we've resolved them and we're back to recording some videos, and you'll start to see more and more of those over the next little while. Anyways, I'm Dr. Alan Widener from Massage Chair Relief, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Massage Chair Relief Live podcast. Subscribe to this podcast and be notified of each episode. Check out our main website at massagechairrelief.com for much more valuable information on the massage chair industry and marketplace.